Hello crafty friends, for today's video I felt like doing some stamping, so I rummaged through one of my stamp folders and came across some vintage style ticket stamps. These grabbed my attention straight away, so I chose 3 of them and popped them in my stamp platform. I also stuck down a piece of linen textured white card using washi tape. Now the reason I used washi tape was twofold. One, it would hold the paper in place while I was stamping, so I could do repeat stamping if necessary. And 2, it would give me a nice white border all the way around. It would mask off a border for me. So as I said, I used 3 of these ticket stamps and I stamped them in embossing ink because I wanted to start by doing an emboss resist technique. So I removed my cardstock from my stamp platform, keeping the washi tape in place, and then I sprinkled over some superfine clear embossing powder from Wow, and I kept the washi tape in place because if I'd have peeled it off, there would have been some sticky residue left on the card and the embossing powder would have stuck to that too, and I didn't want that. So once I'd shaken off the excess powder, I heated it with my heat tool to melt the embossing powder, and then I filled in some of the gaps using a splat stamp. Again, I sprinkled over superfine clear embossing powder and heated it with my heat tool to melt the powder, and then I let it cool down. For an emboss resist technique, you need something colourful to go over your clear embossing. So I chose some Distress Oxides. The first one I put down was Victorian Velvet. This always gives me vintage grungy vibes. I think it's the word Victorian. Once I was happy with the amount of ink I'd laid down, I buffed off the excess from the top of the stamping with a microfiber cloth. For more vintage grungy vibes, I chose Vintage Photo, the clues in the name, and I added that around the edges over the Victorian Velvet. Then I buffed off the excess ink again, and I just felt it needed another tone in there, so I chose Wild Honey Distress Oxide and added it in a few places. Again, I buffed off the ink just to make sure I was liking the way that everything looked, and finally I added just around the edges some walnut stain to give the edges a bit of a darker colour. And yes, once again I gave it a good buff and then added a little bit more Victorian Velvet over the top to lighten it up a little bit. The nice thing about Distress Oxides is they are opaque or semi-opaque, so a lighter colour can cover up a darker colour. Once I'd given my panel a final buff to get off any excess ink, I spattered on some water with a paintbrush because I wanted to lift off some of the colour. I wanted to mottle it a bit to give it that grungy aged look. So I spattered on the water, lifted it off with a paper towel, dried it with my hairdryer, and then spattered on some rose gold metallic paint because I felt that went well with the colours that were there. And I also spattered on a copper colour to provide not just shimmer and shine, but a pop of contrast, something darker than everything that was already there. And then I put that off to one side to dry and worked on a mat to place my panel on. And I was thinking it was going to need something dark to sit on. So I took some walnut stained Distress Oxide and coloured a piece of card bigger than my panel so that I could stick my panel on it and have the dark walnut stain as a border all the way around the outside. To remove excess ink, I gave it a buff with my microfiber cloth. This also smoothed out the colour a bit. And then I used tape runner on the back of my panel to stick it to the walnut stain mat. As you can see, I've peeled the washi tape off and I've got a nice white border all the way around the outside. I did trim the walnut stain mat with my trimmer just to make it equal on all sides, and to give that a nice beveled edge I ran around it with my beveling tool. To stick everything on my card front I used high-tack white glue. Next it was time to embellish my card. I decided to make this a hello card, and for my sentiment I coloured a piece of white card using the copper paint I'd used to splatter. I then dried that with my hairdryer and cut out this hello piece. I did feel that it needed to be solid though, so I dipped it in some high-tack white glue and stuck it on a piece of white card and used my scissors to cut that out. I also cut a net from smooth white cardstock and added glue to the back of that with my glue dotter and stuck it on my card front over to the left hand side. I then placed my sentiment on top of that. I did use some 1mm deep foam tape to stick that down so that I could tuck some embellishments underneath it. I could have left it at that, I think, because there's already quite a lot going on this card, but I thought I would add a couple more tickets. I picked a different one from the set of ticket stamps, stamped it in the vintage photo, I think it was. I then heat embossed it with clear embossing powder again so that it became permanent. And then I added some more of the same colour Distress Oxides over the top and buffed it off. I then trimmed it out with my scissors, and that gave me my first ticket. I did want a second one though, so I could layer one on top of the other. I did snip the tickets in half though, so that I could add half above the sentiment and half below. I also rubbed the tickets on the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink pad to darken up the edges a bit to help them stand off from the background. The second ticket I made, I did exactly the same process, except I stamped in embossing ink and clear embossed it to do an emboss resist again. And when I had my two tickets, both sliced in half, I layered the lighter one on top of the darker one using glue and then tucked the two halves above and below the hello sentiment piece. As a finishing touch and to bring in a sense of movement, I punched some circles from the leftover bit of copper coloured cardstock that I'd used to cut the sentiment from, added some dots of matte medium and then used my wax tip picker-upper to pick up my copper coloured dots and put them on the matte medium. I then put some crystal glaze on the circles to give them some gloss and dimension. And that was this card finished. I really hope you like the way it turned out. I do love a bit of a grungy vintage vibe. If this video's given you any ideas, tricks or tips, do let me know in the comments, and I would love to see you back here very soon for another one of my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.